Welcome back to SnowRunner, y'all, and in this video, I have a question for you, or rather, a couple of questions. Now, do you like cabovers? Do you like cabovers with giant tires? Do you like cabovers with giant tires and insanely long frames? Well, if so, or if you answered yes to any of those questions, I don't know why I sound like I'm conducting a survey, but either way, if you answered yes to literally any of those questions, then this is definitely a truck that you are going to want to check out. And I will leave a link to this truck on mod.io in the description box down below. But without any further ado, let's fire this thing up and see what it's all about. It sounds really, really good. Let's see what the interior's like. Yo, this interior is wild. Oh my god. Dude, everything... Oh, wow. Everything is diamond stitched. I don't think I've ever seen this much diamond stitching in one place ever before. Oh, dude, the tack works. The speedometer works. All of the buttons and knobs on the dash are properly modeled. The air brakes are modeled. That's wild. Okay, so straight on into the customization. Now, you got three different engine options. You've got the 2300, 2600 TTA, and 2700T. We're going to go with the 2700T. Now, as you can see, that brings us to a peak power to weight rating of an A. So this is a little bit more in the, at least in a power to weight sense, this is a little bit more in the vanilla game balance space. Now, gearboxes, we've got balanced, fine tune, high range, and off-road. We're going to start with fine tune, and then we'll go to high range a little bit later when we go to do the bridge jump. So fine tune is going to go ahead and go in there. And then let's see, we've got the stock suspension, which is already insanely high. Then we have the heavy-duty suspension and the raised suspension. I think we're going to go with raised because that's enormous in itself, but if they allow us to lift it even higher than it already is, that's kind of hinting that they're going to allow us to go bigger on the tires, right? I mean, I think... Whoa! That's a super single and a half if I've ever seen one. Holy smokes! That is so much tire. Oh my god. Dude, that's absolutely nuts. These are basically agricultural tires. Now, as far as chain tires go, we do have those as an option as well, even on these TWM Titan tires, but we're actually going to go with these, the TWM Extremes, which again, these are the really wide steamroller style ag tires. Now, let's see. Let's do an extended heavy electric winch, and we will do we'll do the wedge cap snorkels. And let's see, so as far as the bed goes, oil field bed, 4-slot painted, and then you have a pretty good variety of options as well. Now, you could even do like saddle high or saddle low, but I think that on this truck in particular, I want to try the oil field 4-slot because that's been designed around this truck, and not only around this truck, but around what these trucks are used for in the real world. Now, rooftop-wise, oh my god, whoa, you can triple horn this thing. That is insane. Yo, the visors, dude, you would have to, like, never want to see out of this thing. I mean, it looks sick, don't get me wrong, but seeing out of it would be a nightmare. Now, you could do a full fender, no fender, you can kind of do, like, you know, little quarter fenders if you want. Really, you have as many options as you could possibly want. Oh, cabin side marker lights, let's see, so you could do chrome or painted on the stock bumpers. Oh my god, a block bumper. I love the description. What happens when the fab guy asks you how big and you just say, yes? And that's basically what you end up with. That is insane. Aussie style bumper, that's kind of like a road train style bumper. Dude, I am so, like, split on this decision. This is like a shelf. You could stand on that. You could absolutely, legitimately stand on that. We're going to do that, actually. We're going to go for it, because it's almost like locomotive style. Now, let's see. We'll do the chrome tanks. Then mud flaps, we'll leave those. And then chrome trim. Let's see. Diablo stacks, miter stacks, and muzzled stacks. Let's do the Diablo stacks. And then we've got default wheels standard and default wheels white. So we're kind of like, you know, we're just going to stick with the standard on that one. Now, this is kind of like a weathered grayish white paint color, but you really have, I mean, a completely open spectrum of colors to choose from. Yo, with the designs too. Oh, this is getting really, really good. You can set this thing up in so many different ways. So many different freaking ways. That is amazing. Are there any other, like, design styles? Okay, so they color flip. If you want them to color flip anyway, they can color flip. I really like this thing, and I haven't even driven it yet. Like, I legitimately love this thing already, and I haven't even taken it for a spin yet. We're definitely putting beans on the dash, and then now, let's take this thing for a drive now that it's fully built. And yes, I was right. That visor is terrible. It's not as bad as you might think, but at the same time, it's kind of bad. God, can you imagine if that pulled up behind you? I would be terrified. I would be absolutely terrified. These enormous tires probably hurt your turning radius a little bit because they're so dang wide, but who needs turning radius? Now, we could do just long, you know what? Yeah, long planks, 4-unit, we got a 4-unit bed. Why not? We might as well just, like, use the load that works, right? All right, now where are we gonna go? We're gonna head over to the right, I think, to start our test circuit. It sounds so good, though. It sounds amazing. The sound of this truck really makes the experience, I think. Let's go right through the river. I'm going to throw it in high. We're going to see how it does. Yeah, it rips. It absolutely freaking rips. But what's cool about it is that, like, you can throw it in high like we have it right now. And yes, it's powerful. Yes, it'll get the job done. But for those of you that like to preserve a stock game balance, you'll still have a very stock-feeling game balance. It'll just be like, you know, a really, really well-sorted vanilla gameplay style truck. And I think that that's what a lot of people look for sometimes. Let's see how these tires do in the mud. Let's throw it in high. Oh, the tires are great. Oh my God, the tires never give up. They legitimately never, ever, ever give up. Mud lane number 1, and they haven't backed down yet. Turning radius is a problem. Look where I started my turn. All I wanted to do was go into the second mud lane, but no, we're gonna have to do a multi-point turn for that. Okay, you know what? We're gonna avoid mud lane number 2. We're just gonna go straight into the pond. I mean, we do have mega snorkels on this thing. Look how high off the ground the snorkels are. This isn't high, by the way. With no lockers! Oh my God, that was with no lockers. I am mind-freaking blown by that. That was no lockers at all. What even, okay. That A power to weight rating kind of, I don't know if it lies or if it's just able to do that much with the grip of these tires. Now let's see how it does through some flexi obstacles. Now, obviously, it's not going to have Jeep levels of flex, but it's not bad, and it's got a load on it, too. Dude, this thing's... Okay, I am very happy with this. I mean, I am really, really happy with this. Not only am I really happy with it, but I think we could get some proper work done with it on a campaign map. Like, if you and your friends went into a campaign map with like 3 or 4 of these, you'd be knocking out objectives left and right like nobody's business. I mean, twin steer trucks are already so good at like a lot of the different mission types in SnowRunner, and this one, with it being a cabover, I mean, A, it's just that much cooler, and B, it's got so many different uses. You can use it as a heavy crane, you can use it as a transport truck, you can use it as a semi, you can use it as a supply truck, you can use it as really whatever you want to use it for in your fleet, and it will rise to basically every single freaking occasion. Now, let's get it out onto the main road again. Made short work of the dips obstacle. Now, let's see. I'm going to put the high-range transmission in it because, well, I like to I like to party, and we've got 8 gears in auto mode now. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go! We're only in 4th, and it's already hauling. We're gonna have to repair it a little bit later because it's got stock game style damage, and that means if you hit a traffic cone, forget even hitting. If you look at a traffic cone the wrong way, you're gonna, like, ruin half of your suspension, you know, because SnowRunner logic. But take the inside line. Whoa, my God! I'm really glad I had the wide tires, because I feel like I probably would have rolled if I didn't have the wide tires. All right, let me give it a quick repair. Oh, not enough momentum. That's fine. You can go from second gear to high, though. That's impressive. And... all right, full send. That's 7th. Come on, give me 8th. There's 8th. Boom! I mean, I know it bounced off the hill at the end and lost its cargo, but, like, I have never seen a truck this big fly that flat. We did completely kill the suspension, but don't worry about it. Now, if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.